I feel that I want to be the first political face in the country that will come forth and support this movement. I think that I have to be the face of this movement. It can't be a Democrat or Republican, because I not only talk the talk, I walk the walk. I never took $1 of corporate money. I never took one PAC dollar to become elected governor of Minnesota. I only raised $300,000 to do that, to become governor here. So my campaign was never a campaign about money. My campaign was a campaign about ideas. And we won with it then, and it can happen again. And I just felt motivated that this was a movement against corporations taking our government. And I feel that I have to stand with these people on that position. The central message is we have two political parties who have sold themselves out to Wall Street. Now, I love Wall Street. I do. I just don't like the crooks and conspirators who run it. Wall Street itself's a great idea. You know, I participate in it. As I said, I just don't like the crooks and how they've hijacked our government. I mean, every Secretary of Treasury, regardless of political party, comes out of Goldman Sachs. Did you know that? See, do your homework, mainstream media. Might help. There, I've chastised you, which I enjoy doing.
Specifically, what do you think can be achieved by this? Another
I don't
party,
know. I don't want another party. I don't want another party. Any party to survive in the U.S. system will have to corrupt itself. I'm for the abolishment of all political parties. I stand with John Adams, who said the United States would fall not from a force outside, but from within, when political parties take over the government. That's who I stand with, the forefathers of our nation.
What do you see as the end game, though? Is the ultimate goal?
I don't know. Why are you asking me that? I just joined it. I just joined it. I'm not the leader of this movement. I'm just the first elected high official who's had the courage to come out and stand with the movement. I don't run it. These people didn't even know I was showing up today. Nobody called me. Nobody organized me.
You think it's going to keep growing?
No, not at all.
Koch brothers.
Not me.
Where do you think?
No one called me. Actually, my son informed me of it. He said that my website was being overrun with people wanting to know if I would come out and do it. So it was citizens who called me, I guess, via my website. That's how I found out about this. I was working, and I found out about this morning via my website. And my son, who runs it for me, said they're demanding across the nation for Jesse Ventura to show up at this. People. So the people called me, I guess. That's who elected me. Isn't that amazing? The people.
Why do you think this is touching a nerve right now?
Why? Because there's many people who love our country and don't like the idea it's been hijacked. I have a T-shirt now that I put out on my website that says, with my name on it, I love my country, not my government. And I think I can say that, because I don't like Democrats and Republicans. And I have the right to say that. And I'm an independent. So why would I love them? They're ruining my country. You notice I talk about them in the same. I don't separate them, because they're both bought and sold. They've created a system based upon bribery, plain and simple. You pay them money, you keep them in their jobs, you give them cushy retirements, and they do for you. That's what we've turned into, and hopefully that's what these people out here are going to help to stop and turn around and take our country back.
What are you saying to them?
Nothing. I just showed up here. I'm talking to you guys. You're the ones talking to me. I haven't talked to them at all.
Just to lend a face and a voice?
Well, I just felt that no politician has come out anywhere in the country yet with this group, have they? Then I'm the first one. And I should be, because as I said, I only raised $300,000. Not 1 cent came from a corporation, a political action committee, or nothing. So whose face should be here for this movement? Someone who did not take corporate money to get elected.
The Federal Reserve is the branch governorship management system of the New World Order. It is the head of the snake. These are the people that have stolen tens of trillions of taxpayer money. This is the criminal group that got rid of the Glass-Steagall law and allowed the mega banks to issue trillions of dollars of Ponzi scheme fake paper. These are the people worldwide that want your pension funds that you've paid into. These are the people that want to create VAT taxes and sales taxes to pay off their black hole of debts. Break the conditioning. Occupy the Dallas Federal Reserve. It will be a focal point across the nation and the world. Spread the word and tell everyone you know, even if you can't be there, or even if you don't live near Texas, that they need to be part of the real movement against financial tyranny and the movement that can restore our republic. We threw off the British in 1776. Resistance is victory, and we will throw off the banksters in 2011. This is the beginning of the second American Revolution. But this time, it's going to spread worldwide against the banksters and their globalist system. We are going to occupy the occupiers. My friends, a great choice lies before you. Revolution is in the air. The spirit of 1776 is being reborn in our republic. But the collectivists, George Soros, the Obamanoids, the neocons, are attempting to steer and manage the Occupy Wall Street movement. We've seen Michael Moore come out and say that capitalism and free market and private property is the threat. No, my friends, it is the monopoly capitalist, the organized crime syndicate, the 6 big mega banks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and others, that own the private Federal Reserve that hijacked this country 98 years ago in 1913. That is the enemy. And it's time for these masqueraders to be exposed. Just a decade ago, most Americans didn't know the Federal Reserve was private. Now polls show the vast majority do and want it audited and abolished. We are marching on the illegitimate financial oligarchs that seized this country and are now attempting to fully bankrupt the United States and Europe and establish an open financial dictatorship worldwide. That's why I'm calling for an Occupy the Private Federal Reserve movement in all 50 states at all 12 of their major locations. One of the most influential branches in the country, arguably the second or third most powerful next to the New York Fed, is the Federal Reserve Branch Bank in Dallas. I will be there from 5 o'clock until at least 8 o'clock this coming Friday, demonstrating and pointing out the true enemy. The Occupy Wall Street groups in North Texas have told us they're going to be there. The local In the Fed group that we demonstrated with in 2008 will be there as well. I will then travel Saturday to Houston to speak at the Federal Reserve Branch Bank in Houston, a satellite of the Dallas Fed, at high noon. Then Sunday, I will speak from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the San Antonio branch of the Dallas Fed mothership system. The controlled corporate media is attempting to paint the Occupy Wall Street group as a bunch of communists and socialists and Obama supporters. And the media is giving attention to it, but only so they can co-opt it. The people on the ground are good and understand the Federal Reserve is the central organization empowering this world government system. This is a revolt against banker occupation. It is vital, if you are tired of these tyrants seizing control of our republic, that you travel to the Dallas Fed and that you demonstrate there and that you occupy it. This will draw attention, even if you stay there a few days. And then others from around the country will rally to that point, and others, following your example, will begin to occupy Federal Reserve locations around the nation. We are going to be peaceful, but we are going to encircle this criminal mafia organization's headquarters in Dallas and other areas around the country. Then I plan on sending reporters, and yes, myself, back to the Dallas Fed if the occupation and encirclement is successful, which I know it will be. The destiny of this republic is up to you. This is your mission, to end the Fed and restore the republic if you choose to accept it. I know many of you will be there. But I hope that others watching this now will not falter, will not waver, will not sit idly by. Do not run up the white flag of surrender to the globalist here at our finest hour as humanity awakens from their trance to this tyranny. Join me and occupy one of the key Federal Reserve sites in Dallas, Texas this Friday throughout the weekend. Others will join us. We are setting brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. Be part of history. We will identify the plague. We will identify the traitors. We will identify the enemy, the real target, the private Federal Reserve, and we will restore the republic by ending the Fed and transferring the power of the purse back to the Congress and back to the people. Join me this Friday, October 7th in Dallas, Texas. You have no excuse. It's your choice, freedom or slavery.